emails just released by the Foreign Office show that Boris Johnson did order the evacuation of animals from Afghanistan as thousands of Afghans tried to flee the Taliban. The animals were being looked after by the Nowzad charity, which was formed by the former Royal Marine Pen Farthing. Asked about their welfare last August, the Prime Minister said he'd exerted no influence over the situation whatsoever.
I've had absolutely no influence on any particular case, nor would that be right. That's not how we do things in this country. But what I can certainly say is that what we will certainly make sure is that, and there have been some heartrending cases. I've just been looking at some of the emails that have been coming in from people in Afghanistan who have helped us, to whom we owe these debts of honour and obligation. And it's fantastic to see the way that we're helping them. But we've got to do it impartially, and that's what we're doing. And as I say, we've so far, thanks to this extraordinary operation, we've helped the overwhelming majority of people in both the categories, and we're going to use the remaining time to do as many more as we possibly can.
Well, the Prime Minister there saying very clearly that he had no influence over that decision. What has been released today?
Well, this all relates back to August of last year, when you'll remember there was that rapid evacuation of British citizens and people who've helped British soldiers from Kabul. And there was a big controversy at the time that stretched over many months about the decision to evacuate the individual called Pen Farthing, who ran an animal charity, and the predominantly dogs that he had with him. There were allegations at the time that Boris Johnson personally ordered this. The suggestion was that his wife, Carrie Johnson, knows some of the people who are close to Pen Farthing, and that the top prime ministerial couple in some way intervened. And this was absolutely firmly denied at the time. It was denied repeatedly by Downing Street. It was denied by Boris Johnson himself, who said, no, that's complete nonsense in an interview.
Because obviously the supposition is those dogs were taking up spaces on planes that humans.
I think the argument that it came down to was that the amount of effort it was going to take to get these animals onto the runway was potentially crowding out the space and the ability of British soldiers and others to help others from leaving the country. So a firm denial from Downing Street last year. But here's an email that's just emerged from August of last year. Now, it's from Zach Goldsmith. I think we can take a look at it at the moment. And it's an email from Zach Goldsmith, who's a very close ally of Carrie Johnson and Boris Johnson. And it says the PM has just authorised their staff and animals of this charity to be evacuated. Very clear there that there's an instruction from the Prime Minister. Now, this matters today because a lot about what we're talking about, what Keir Starmer was talking about in Prime Minister's questions, is whether or not Boris Johnson tells the truth. So we await from Number 10 quite how they're going to square what Number 10 spokespeople were saying in August, September, October, November, December, with what this email bluntly shows in the cold light of day, and questions of propriety and honesty at the dispatch box and in the media at a point where there's loads of uncertainty, and it's just been pointed out that Downing Street have again said they've still not had the Seagrave report. Indeed,
yes, I was just going to sort of say that. So the fact that they haven't had it yet, that suggests what? That it potentially could be published today, or do you now think that's really unlikely?
I mean, it could be a long day for all of us. It could come later tonight. The problem with the timing now is that Parliament relies on a system of letting MPs know whether they're really going to be required. And there's what's known as a one-line whip, which basically means that almost no MPs are going to be here tomorrow. Very few people are ever in Parliament on a Friday. So if not today, then could this extraordinary report, which determines the future of British politics, really hold until Monday? What's the nature of the delay? Why is there this delay over timing? Is it because Boris Johnson doesn't want to publish it all? Is there another reason that we don't know about? We just don't know. But I think we have to be prepared for anything, Jane.